What's going on, you guys? Doing some Dakar stuff in honor of the Last Jedi last night. We're going to talk about some spoilers, and my stream is actually looking like it's fixed, so hopefully it'll work really, really good right now. So that's awesome. Yeah. I think something happened. I think one of my kids was on my computer and messed with my settings for my encoding software. So I think they changed my settings, and I had to rerun the setup wizard, and I think I fixed it all because it's showing green, and that makes me very happy. Oh my goodness. This is an interesting map. I hope they add more ships in the future. I really would love B-Wings. Oh boy. I'm sure like after tonight, almost everybody will have, well, not everybody, but I think most of our major people will have actually seen The Last Jedi, so I think it'll be a lot more spoiler discussion, so that will be interesting. And let's see, there we go. All right. Oh, we can be new Tally. Let's be Tally. What do you guys think? Yes, so Tally was not really in the movie very much, but they at least did name her, so that's good. Who is this? Who is that? I'll tell you who needs more heroes, though. The villains in this game need more heroes. Ooh, FN2321. Yay, my stream is working good still. Oh, that makes me very happy. Because I've got some big stuff coming up with streaming soon. And I've got to be doing more of that. I saw mine going off, had to get out of there. Alright, Tally's pretty cool. Tally is actually a pretty slick little A-Wing. Alright, let's go blow up some more TIE fighters now. We got away from everybody. Alright. Oh boy, we're doing good here. Having a good time. This is going to sound weird, but I think Tally might be my favorite Resistance or favorite good guy hero. I think she's my favorite good guy hero. I have not died with her once yet. Granted, I've only used her a handful of times, but yes, definitely my favorite hero so far. Let's let's see what's going on. Let's broadcast the stream a little bit. Broadcasted it a little bit, and we are going to do first order. We'll go at the interceptor. Been having some luck with interceptors lately. My least favorite ship, by far. All around us. Where are they? Whoa, 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 whoa. We do not want to go after that thing. They still didn't. Whoa. Ah, I didn't get any kills that life. No problem. No problem. We'll fix. That's the other problem with the interceptors is once you do start getting hit, it's just boom, boom, you're dead. Yep. We know they seriously need more hero ships for the bad guys. Though there's only 4. It's you know, it's not fair. Like the good guys have like twice as many. All right, let's get some kills. There's you. No. Oh. Got you. Oh no. All right, get in there. I just want to get this Slave 1, man. My favorite ship. No, the Y-Wing is my favorite ship, but Slave 1 is a close second. Do we have to go after these objectives now? I think we do. What was that? Oh. Whoa, that's a maxed out A-Wing. Look at that. Dude has all purples. I've not seen one of those yet. It's my first person totally maxed out. Even my Y-Wings aren't maxed out that much. I'm going after this guy. That's that maxed out dude. No, that's not. That's somebody else who's not that maxed out. All right, so who is this that just went right past me? You're dead. I'm gonna pat it. You're going down, my friend. Oh wow, how did you get away? Well, I lied. They're not going down. So how are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully you guys have seen Last Jedi and are like kind of letting it all sink in. It's a lot. There's a lot going on in that movie. On so many levels. think I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow. My oldest son wants to see it. So if we go early this weekend during the day, hopefully the theater won't be too crowded. Either tomorrow or maybe early Sunday. Something like that. Alright, we're doing alright this life so far. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Let's get some, put some people to an end. You, oh yes. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. This is much better. Hi there, Alex. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes, got Slave 1. All right, I am ready. Although I don't think we have much time left. Well, maybe. We only got to destroy one more generator, so. There's really just nowhere to hide here. That's the problem. Well, we got one kill with that guy. Oh no, somebody's behind me. Well, not the best Slave 1 run. It's better on map. On certain maps, I tend to do much better with it when there's like good places to hide. But a lot of these things are too small to comfortably fly through, and I'm not that familiar with all of these little generators and stuff. Wow, this is kind of cool how the gravity's going like all over the place here. This was not in the movie, by the way. Snoke's ship, it depends which ship you're talking about. Like, if you're talking about the Supremacy or the really big one, yeah, you missed something because it wasn't completely destroyed. It was just heavily damaged, and I think they had to abandon it. I think that it might have actually survived, but that's something that would take like a lifetime to rebuild. What happened was Vice Admiral Holdo took command of the Radis, the big rebel ship, and took it into hyperspace. Basically rammed it, but took it into hyperspace right into the First Order fleet. And it was a great scene too. She didn't hit it right in the center. She hit it off to the one side and basically took off one of the wings and caused, you know, all kinds of fires and explosions to go on inside the thing. So that was pretty cool. All enemy fighters. I haven't gotten this far on this map before. But aren't they just going to respawn? Oh, man. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie altogether. I was a little sad when I walked out of the theater because it definitely ends. It was a downer. It was kind of depressing. But if it didn't end depressing, it would have been easier for me to remember all the really awesome things that happened in the movie because there were a lot of really good parts too. A lot of really good parts. I can't wait to see it again. How is this guy still? Oh, that's Luke Skywalker. It's this the last Jedi in front of us. We must destroy him. But his allies have saved him from me. Pretty much. Well, actually, I could argue not the entire Resistance, right? Because you had like those little kids with rings all throughout. You know, little mop boy or broom boy. Yeah, it's like they're starting over, but though that's for sure. Oh, look at that! That's awesome. We see the Dreadnought. Wait, so the Dreadnought is the model for it is in this game, yet you don't get to fly there. That's gonna be the next match. They're gonna have a bomber. That's gonna be the next DLC. There's gonna be a bomber mission. You got to protect the bombers as they fly over the Dreadnought. I bet you. And of course, they couldn't put that in yet because that would have spoiled too much from the movie. All right, let's do some unboxings. Let's open some crates. Got at least one that I can open. All right, what do we got? Oh, we got 5,000. Oh, we can probably get. I think we can get 2 crates out of this. It's funny how I do Starfighter crates and I hardly ever get Starfighter parts in the Starfighter. I always get hero items. All right, we got 5 cards. That's cool. See Palpatine, Kylo Ren, Yoda. Nothing for regular Starfighters. Almost never. Duplicate. Fork Lightning. Okay. Starfighter. These only crates I ever buy are Starfighter crates, by the way. That's it. We got a green. All right, let's see what we got. Tally. Okay. Let's go into Tally. Let's see what she got. Increases the turn rate of her X-Wing. No, I don't think she needs that. Wait, did that say her X-Wing? Or A-Wing? Alright, I read it wrong. Radis is basically a Viscount. It's a Viscount in the EU, but it's actually, I think it's got a different, I don't think its class is considered Viscount in the new canon, but basically, yes, it's exactly what it is. I think the First Order has 2 Dreadnoughts total, so I think they still have a Dreadnought left. I think I read that somewhere. And I've seen some, honestly, I've seen a lot of people complaining about certain things in the movie, and I think all of those things are easily explainable. It's just a matter of do you want to, you know, and honestly, like, there's a big part of me that wants to just sit down and say, you know what, I don't want to nitpick, and I don't want to, like, I don't want to have to explain, but at the same time, I don't want to have to explain why Poe Dameron was successful in a single starfighter against a dreadnought, right? First off, Poe Dameron's a great pilot, but not just that, it was that he bluffed, right? The whole bluff thing, and he had a special, you know, speed, so he got closer much faster than they thought he was going to get. So they didn't launch fighters. In a normal battle, of course they would have launched fighters, but he basically snuck up on them. And then they launched fighters as soon as they realized what was going on. So it was their own stupidity. You know, he almost used, like, the space version of guerrilla warfare against them, to just kind of fly in really quick and start attacking their turrets. And then they launched fighters before, and he was able to take out their defenses on top. Don't forget now, that's also a ship that's typically pointed at the enemy. Like, it's made for planetary bombardments. So that means the bottom of it is usually pointed towards the target. Well, so they had all this stuff on the top of it. All right, so let's go ahead, and I don't have any more. Let's play something else. Some more Starfighter Assault, sure. They have a Super Star Destroyer in the books, the Eclipse, but just in name. So the Eclipse, yes, the First Order does have the Eclipse, and it's not on screen, obviously, at this point. We don't know if it's even survived the past 30 years, but they definitely had it at the end of the Aftermath books. One interesting thing is Ray Sloan meets up with the Eclipse at the end of Aftermath, and she's mentioned. Ray Sloan is mentioned. Oh, no, I didn't want to X-Wing. Ray Sloan is mentioned in the Phasma book, which is pretty interesting. So she's still with the First Order, at least up until like right around the beginning of the Force Awakens time frame. So I see no reason why Ray Sloan can't be in the next movie as somebody else to, like Hux isn't. I don't like that they. I like that they showed us another admiral, like the guy who's in charge of that dreadnought. I like that they showed us him. I like that we seeing more named First Order people, and he actually seemed very much. He seemed like a cool villain. Like, he was very stereotypical, But yeah, I see no reason why we can't see Admiral Sloan, or Grand Admiral Sloan, or whatever her rank in the First Order is going to be. I bet you she'll have some. And the Phasma book makes it out to seem like she is actually over Hux. Like, she's got some seniority over him. I don't know how that factors into Snoke, like, and what his position was over her. Or maybe she just has a different function, like maybe she's in charge of logistics or in charge of public relations. Who knows? But she's a good person, so maybe she's kind of behind the scenes, and maybe Snoke, or maybe Hux was like doing like the mean stuff, and Snoke was Sloan was handling the cool stuff. Like, because it does seem like from some of the books that the First Order has a good side too. Like, it has the side that's dedicated to fixing problems and having law and order and things like that. Yoda's return, Mr. Plasma Shrimp. I was blown away. I was not expecting Yoda. I was actually expecting like Anakin. Hayden Christensen was at Star Wars Celebration, so I thought he was going to come back into the movie since he's been friendly. And I thought he was going to talk to Ben Solo and convince him to come back to the light or something like that. That was kind of my thoughts. But yeah, Yoda blew me away, and the way they did it too, it was so well done. It was like it looked better than I could have imagined. That was like a very satisfying little bit. Made me very happy. Do I feel that Thrawn is still alive? It's tough to answer that question. I'm guessing that during the time of The Last Jedi that he's not. But he could be in theory. But I think he's going to survive Rebels Season 4. How is Yoda powerful enough to create lightning? That's a great question. I would have to guess that it has something to do with him having some early knowledge on becoming a Force ghost, right? If you watch the Clone Wars, Qui-Gon came to him as a Force ghost, so Yoda spent a lot of his time on Dagobah kind of preparing for that sort of thing. And because he was preparing for it for so long, he was, more than likely going to be a stronger Force ghost than most, because he had years and years to prepare for something like that. So it doesn't surprise me. that he would, and plus he was one of the strongest Jedi of all time anyway. So it just stands to reason that one of the strongest Jedi of all time, with the most time to prepare for it, would end up being a very strong Force ghost, especially in a place that's got such resonance with the Jedi. It doesn't surprise me. Well, it did surprise me, but like, it's, I guess, what's a better way to say it? It doesn't seem that far-fetched. I mean, honestly, if Luke could hear him, if you can make sound, then, you know, you're interacting with the physical world. And also, I'll say this too, Yoda might not have actually done straight up Force lightning. It's possible that he just did like he gave nature just a little bit of a nudge. Like maybe he's just in tune with nature, right? And so maybe, because that was natural lightning. So maybe that's part of being a Force ghost, is just becoming part of the natural world. You know, and I think there's something poetic in that. I mean, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm liking the movie. Even though there was some disappointment there. You know, I didn't see the things, like, I really wanted to see Ben Solo come back to the light. And I realized that wasn't going to happen as soon as, like, Snoke was dead, and there was still hours of movie left. I'm like, wait a second. It can't end right here. Yeah, he certainly does, Pax. Pax, everybody here's seen it already. This is spoiler chat. You're not. I don't understand why you keep saying that Luke Skywalker dies. We all know. You're not trolling a non-spoilery chat. And if you are, then shame on you, man. You shouldn't be trying to do that. Also, I think Luke probably had a lot of time to invest in becoming a Force ghost as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see Luke again in Episode 9 in a very beautiful way. You know, I think he'll be able to help Rey. You might even see him interact with nature, although I don't really think that's going to happen. It certainly could. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. And I was honestly thinking, wow, Luke can actually stop, like, an entire artillery bombardment. Oh man, I just crashed into that dude. So yes, what other parts did you guys like? I really, what were you guys' favorite parts in the movie? Because there is a lot of, like, are you noticing that this is causing so many people to, like, have very different opinions? Like, I've seen people like almost fighting with each other over this. And I don't think we should ever fight with each other over something like this. You know, Star Wars is something to unite us, not something to divide us. I also want to point out, I mentioned at another time that Rey did take all of those Jedi books from the tree before the lightning struck, because they were on the Falcon at the end of the movie when she's getting a blanket for Rose. You saw that all those were there. So all the ancient Jedi texts did survive. Okay. Oh, I got some heroes available. Who do we want to be? Tally? I want to do Poe on this map to see if they've got the booster here. I know I had the booster on the Dakar map. I don't know, do they just give Poe the booster everywhere? Oh, he's got the booster. He does have the booster. All right. So Poe's cool. Look at this booster, man. You can't shoot when the booster's active. But it's a cool booster. Hard lock detected? Come on, what you gonna do as I fly away? I'm too far gone. You gonna come after me all the way out here? I don't think so. Is that Kylo Ren? Oh, I want to see Poe versus Kylo Ren. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, we didn't get to do it. Ran out of time. I would love if this game had a free-for-all mode in space, where you could just, everybody out there, just get as many kills as you can. Like, complete free-for-all. Especially in a... So, I used to play this game very much like this one that got canceled. And it was called, like, Starfighter Battles or something like that. It ran in a web browser. I was beta testing it. As soon as Disney bought Lucasfilm, they canceled all the games that were in development. And this was one of them. But it was just like this. It had a starfighter, except it had way more ships and way more customization options. And it was a dedicated Starfighter game. But it had this mission, this map that had like the over Naboo, and it was these hollowed out Lucrehulk ships, and you could fly through them, and they offered great like places to hide, and it had free for all kinds of stuff like that. But that was a cool game, and I miss it. But that's why I like this mode so much, because it's kind of like that, except instead of, you know, here I only have 2 fighters that I can choose from, and there I had like 24 different fighters I could choose from. And you could level up your fighters, and you could change their paint jobs, and oh man, it was just freaking magnificent. I don't hate this game or anything, but I really want EA to lose the license to just be the sole Star Wars company, because I really want more companies to be able to make Star Wars video games. I love these ships though, man. Look at this. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have the bombers yet. I think we're going to get those bombers, though. I think we're going to have a battle that is just like that opening scene in the movie with the Dreadnought. Because the Dreadnought model is already in this game. If the Empire or if the First Order wins this mission, then those dreadnoughts show up. Or that dreadnought shows up. I really want all of this stuff to show up in Armada. I like the ships. They look Star Warsy. I can't wait to see the Raddus in Armada. Can't wait to see dreadnoughts. I also hope they do EU dreadnoughts like the Katana fleet. That would be flippin' amazing. And that's another thing I wish Lucasfilm would do. Like, if they gave different companies, like, nobody has exclusive rights to make Star Wars video games. Like, there's no reason for them to do that anyway. Then you could have, like, different companies making different Star Wars games. Like, you could have a Legends version of Battlefront. Could you imagine a Legends version of Battlefront and you have the Katana fleet and you've got, like, all those starfighters from the EU? And it can be in its own separate little universe, just in this game, you know? That would be awesome. And so many people would like that. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to sign off for the night, but I'm glad I've got my streaming issue fixed. I will be doing some more videos this weekend, so yes, definitely check out Crabbok.com if you want to talk spoilers too. We've got a thread over there. We got spoilers as well. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.